Hello there. So I'm currently doing my least favourite activity, packing. Because in 3 days, I'm going to be travelling to Sydney and the Blue Mountains to run the UTA. Hopefully it goes well.
Think about all that has gone into getting you here.
Look at this, 7k in. Except from nearly falling off the side of the mountain a few times. Just had to dig deep. Alright, enough talking. It's time to get to the finish line. One of the hardest things I've ever done. 1,400 steps, almost vertical ladder. Okay. Let's take a step back. So what the hell even is the UTA? So this is Australia. If you don't recognise it, it's probably because it's on the other side of the world. In terms of what people do here, on this side, people surf, relax on the beach and drink beer. Over here, people absorb culture and drink coffee. On this side, well actually I'm not sure what people do on that side. While in the middle, there is nothing. But most importantly, on a lovely autumn weekend, the crazies go to here, the Blue Mountains, and spend lots of money to go running and destroy their body. Like this guy. The biggest fool of them all, me. And we go to take on the infamous Ultra Trail Australia, or colloquially known as the UTA, Australia's premier 100km ultra trail. Well, at least that's what the website says. I must admit, it's not much to look at from this angle. What about we add some elevation? Slightly better, but in my opinion, the real tale is in the elevation profile. And yes, it's gonna be a spicy one. At 4,320 meters of elevation gain. That's almost like climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. But look at the incredible running that we get in return. It's gonna be incredible. Let's just hope it looks a little less blurry in real life. Now, I've just got to get there.
If your phone dies, I know you don't have the map because it's right there.
Yeah, like me, thank you.
Think about all that has gone into getting you here, the people that support you, love you, and cheer you on, all the training that you've undertaken.
Now, before we start, because I was too focused on actually running the race, was pretty exhausted, and really wasn't the most articulate at times, I'm going to be rudely interrupting myself throughout the video to give me an opportunity to dive a little bit deeper into the dynamics and the challenges faced. And to provide some structure to the conversation and the race, I've split the course into 6 sections. We have the point of no return, deathly descents, the climb of doom, breathtaking, ouch, and finally, the quad killer. If any of those confuse you, you'll find out more in the video. I hope you enjoy, because trust me, it's a real adventure, especially the second half. And there we have it, there we started. Found the first hill. Ah, but it won't be the last. Look at that. Okay, that was beautiful. Just look at that. Oh. I'd usually do this at 10k, but look at this. KN. Gorgeous. Oh my god. Look. Anyway, you're probably a little bit bored of watching the scenery now. Anyway, a little bit of a status update. Feeling really good. Taking it easy. Calves and ankles a little bit tight. That's usual. Still very, very early days, to be honest. A little bit wide because a lot of people are running up these hills and they're going to feel that later on. But pretty proud of myself, leaving my ego at the door. Just enjoying the scenery. Smile. Before we proceed, it's at this point that I realised this race was no normal race, because we started reaching what I'm going to call the point of no return. Because, well, let me run you through the scenario. So we were running along the ridge, it was beautiful. I was starting to get into the flow. Then out of nowhere, we take a right turn onto what I can only describe as a mountain goat path. It becomes steeper and steeper, narrower and narrower, and before we know it, suddenly it's full on climbing. Hanging onto ropes for dear life, requiring immense focus on each step. Because one wrong misstep might not only be your last in the race, but your last ever. Yeah, it's pretty extreme. It might have been pretty lethal, but my god, what an incredible route. I definitely wasn't racing in the UK anymore. This was Australia. So it's time for a little bit of an update. Except from nearly falling off the side of the mountain a few times, it's going well. Eating enough, haven't hurt myself just yet. Even took the time to find a hot spot underneath one of my big toes. So I put some Vaseline a younger me wouldn't have spent the time to do that, but you learn these lessons the hard way. So yeah, feeling very good. And it's just beautiful. I'm hardly even looking at the path. Yeah, I think I said the word beautiful about 10 times, but yeah, it's awesome. See about 25-30k in. What can I say? How epic and Australian was that? I may never forget that moment, as it will likely remain etched in my mind for the rest of my life. Oh, hello there. So, just over 24 kilometers in. Oh, the sun's out. Feeling pretty good. It's tempting to try to push it, but there's no point. It is basically either up or down at the moment. Feels like slow progress, but slow and steady. This is where the descent started taking a toll. Look at this elevation profile. It's up, then down, then up, then down, then up, then down. It's relentless. This may be a popular surprise for non-runners, but most seasoned runners know that the downhills are worse than the uphills. Just imagine it. Your feet and toes are battered from thousands of steps across rocky terrain. Blisters are starting to form and expand on your delicate feet. This can be manageable, but on the downhills, your feet slip, and on every step, your blisters and your toes are crushed against the tip of your shoe, while your quads, fatigued already, have to exert massive force to slow down your hurtling body. This huge contraction in your muscles shoots sharp pains that reverberate across your body. Yeah, fun times. Okay, yeah, it's getting a little bit hard now. Just went probably down the biggest descent of my life, killed my toes, and we've just been rolling up and down for the last 10k or so. Good news is though, got a bit of a long hill now, so I can rest, eat up, drink up, maybe put some sun cream on. Some people are starting to struggle now. It's only about 32k in, so it's a long day left. Anyway, it's about all that comes to mind. I'll see you soon. At this point, it's just getting to halfway.
feels like we're in the UK. Hello wonderful people. So we're like 41k in. I'm actually really feeling good. The slow and steady at the beginning and make sure A to man is paying off. Now we've got a long stretch of up and down and mostly flat. And then we're at checkpoint 4. I'm meeting my crew. Oh, good stuff. Just to keep my eye on the ball. Don't let the nutrition stop. It's time to have some trail coffee. Oh, I just got to halfway. Yeah, feeling pretty exhausted now. Nutrition is still kept up. I just think I'm kind of hitting the usual trough of despair. But from here we all rise up. Literally, because we're about to ascend very, very quickly in a very short period of time. Yeah, should be interesting.
As I just said, things are about to get very steep and very spicy as we raise up out of the valley, because this is no normal halfway mark. In the UTA, they like to destroy your spirit with one of the steepest climbs that I've ever seen, going from an elevation of 550 meters to over 1,000 in a matter of a kilometer. Was, how do I put it? A struggle.
Oh, it's easing off. Beautiful. I kid you not. That's probably the hardest climb I've ever done by a long way. Every step I thought my muscles were going to cramp. But we're nearly at the top. Just had to dig deep and focus on each step and enjoy as it got cooler as you go further up. Right, pretty much all downhill from here. Hello, hello. So we are 58 kilometers in. Feeling good actually, really good. Just had my first crew point. Was able to swap out the shoes. Already muddy, but when you're running on the road like this, it's a real godsend. Hopefully that's not a mistake later on. But yeah, at this point, I think there's like 9 kilometers to the next crew point. So that's the target. Just stay calm. Take it easy. Steep. Feel free to come and pass.
Sorry.
Me again. So we're 63 kilometers in. Still feeling really good actually. They get nice and calm. Still eating. Legs feel fairly fresh. Yeah, it's going really well. Yeah. And there's a you can't fault the path. Awesome. Oh my god. Okay, so we are nearing the end of the race, 75k in. Not gonna lie, pretty exhausted now. The kilometers are taking a while, but still feeling okay. Legs feel good. The sun's setting now, so it's still getting a little bit cold, but only a few kilometers out from the checkpoint. So I'm going to end this now and get my butt over there.
So while I was nearing the end of the race, it was nowhere near over. So while I just spent the 30 kilometres in some of the most beautiful trail I'd ever seen, along ridges overlooking the Momentous Valley, and down into waterfalls and then back up the valley, the challenge begins again. And what I've aptly named, ouch. Because that's what was going through my mind on every step. Take a look at this decline, going from 800 metres to 200. Now this descent goes on and on and on. I've never seen anything like it. Every step, bruising and stressing those delicate muscles. It's excruciating. Your muscles are so weak at this point that you can barely slow yourself down. Every step sending a sharp pain through your body, wincing and internally hoping that the suffering will end. Now with the sun setting, the race falls into its final stages, the final climb. The climb back to the top and to the finish line. So let's jump back into the action.
You can't really see me, but there we go. Okie dokes. Just did a massive 10k descent. Oh, my toes are pretty cooked. And now it's just a climb. A steep climb up to the end. This isn't even the steep bit. Oh, I love running in the night. So peaceful. Oh, I see somebody ahead. Let's get them. Okay, it's 95 kilometers. Still climbing. Body's shattered now. Oh. The ladder's coming soon. Should be interesting.
Okay, I didn't make much sense there, but after 13 hours, your cognitive functionality starts to dwindle as your body starts progressing into survival mode. But something pretty crazy is coming up, and it still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. And it's not only because we're about to climb from 200 to 1,000 meters of elevation at 90 kilometers in the race, but look at how we climb using the aptly named giant stairway. As I passed one sign showing 1,400 meters to the top, I knew that I was about to be pushed to my limit. In the dark. Thinking back, there's actually kind of beauty about that. Not being able to see anything around you and just focusing on each step at a time. At least I couldn't see how far I was down to the bottom. I was just dragging myself up using the only strength left I could find in my body. My arms. My arms. My arms. My arms. Every step, I was wondering whether this would be my last, and my legs would cramp, and hoping that the steps, or should I say ladder, would finally end. Actually, unfortunately, at this point, my phone ran out of battery. So if you want to see what it looks like, you just have to go there and do it yourself.
That was the hardest thing. One of the hardest things I've ever done. 1,400 steps, almost vertical ladder. Oh my god. 3k to the end. Let's keep on pushing.
50 and Gatsby Fitzgerald in the 100K.
Look, I actually don't think there's much more I can add to this. I think the course and the footage spoke for itself. As usual, as soon as I passed the finish line, all those memories of pain disappeared, leaving a desperation to enter another race and find another adventure. All things considered, I felt pretty okay across the finish line, especially after receiving my reward for all that pain, money and effort. A medal that I'll put in the box and never look at again. After all that sweet food, there's nothing better than a simple jack potato with some baked beans and cheese. I must admit my body was pretty wrecked for the week after, but at least I could walk, just about, which is probably more than can be said for some. It was a beautiful adventure with some of the hardest climbing and most lethal tracks that I've ever run along. And while at the time, especially in the second half and with every step, I was hoping for the race to end, I look back and have no regrets. The Blue Mountains will just take your breath away. And if you're lucky enough to run Ultra Trail Australia, also known as the UTA, all I can say is just do it. Sign up and figure out how to prepare, how to train for it afterwards, as you'll be able to figure it out, and trust me, you won't regret it. I know it's been a super long video, and if you're still here, thank you for watching. Cheers, and see you for the next adventure.